Good day to you, everyone. How is everything? Thanks for participating in the first section of the forex trading. I really appreciate everybody. And if you are just coming on board, you still meet the right resources. I want you to take note of everything I will be explaining. Now, everything is try and look at it very well and attentive. Listen attentive. So I'll be talking about the MT4 interface. This is desktop version. This desktop version of the MT4 app. This MT4 is what we use in forex trading to analyze the market. To analyze the market. If you want to see the market in a more bigger version, you will make use of this desktop version. Mostly this uh, desktop version, you make use of it. So that is it. So the first thing I will show you with this app is the navigating tools. Tools that can be used to navigate your way to analyze the market when you see a particular pair or anything you want to trade. So, so the first tools I'll be explaining this morning is a crosshair tool. Let me start with this cursor. This is cursor. Not everybody know the meaning of cursor. If you have been using Microsoft Word, you know the meaning of cursor. Or you are using a laptop, you know the meaning of cursor. So when you pick this cursor, you can take it into the middle of the chart, put it on any of these structure you see here. The structure you see here are known as candlestick. They are known as what candlestick. I'll still explain it in the second interface. But all these things you are seeing that look like stick, that look like a pin, they are known as candlestick. They are known as candlestick. So they have their own characteristics. They have a lot of meaning. You are seeing them here now. So they are not just there for version. They have meaning. They have meaning. Which, if you are a forex trader, you know that all forex traders depend on this kind because they have a lot of meaning. A lot of meaning. So if I click this cursor now, I can put it anywhere on this particular candle. Look at where I put it now. It's showing time. The actual time when the candle, when it open, when it closes, it's showing the high, the low, and the what and the volume at that particular time. So that is the importance of the cursor. The second tool is a crosshair tool. This is a crosshair tool that look like plus, plus sign here. That's the crosshair tool. That's the crosshair tool. Let me click it and take it to the middle of the chart. I click it. Look at it now. It's showing this big plus sign. So, what is the work of this crosshair tool? This crosshair tool can be used to measure the number of profit you want to make in the market and the number of loss you wish to lose. Hope I'm communicating. You can use this crosshair to measure the what? To measure the number of profit. Let's say pips, number of pips, and you know the more the pips, the more the what? The more the profit. So we want to measure the pips. We want to measure the pips. We want to measure the pips in the market. So we use what? The crosshair tool. So let me put it. Let's say this is where I enter this trade now, and I believe this trade will move up to this place, to this upper part here now. Look at it from this lower part to the upper part here. From this lower part to the upper part here. Look at it now. You can see that what? You can see that it's measuring some values. You can see some digits moving along with the crosshair tool. So there are three digits there. You can see 42 slash 111 slash 83.662. That 42 means there are 42 candles. It means what? There are 42 candles from my entry point to my exit point. So I put cross A2 in the entry point. Let me do it again. Let's say this is my entry point. This is my entry point. I want to buy this market. This is my entry point. So this is the exit point. So if I'm taking it up like this, you can see that it's measuring some values. So these values that is measuring, you can see that it's showing it there. There are three different values that this cross A2 is showing us. It's showing us 34 slash 1099 slash 83.658. The 34 means there are 34 candles from that particular point where I pick this particular tool. Then the second value, see that there are 4 digits there, 1099, 1099. So in this case, you ignore the last digit, which is what? Which is the 9. You are not left with what? You are left with you are left with 109. That 109 means you have 409 pips. You have what? 100 and what? 109 pips, which is equivalent to what? $10.9. Equivalent to what? $10.9. That's what? 109 pips. You ignore the last digit. The last digit is a fractional pip index, so you don't count it along with this one. So 109 is what you are looking for. That's 109 pips, which is equivalent to what? $10.9 if you are using the micro lot, the lowest lot. So that's that. So you want to use this tool now. You want to use this tool now. So just click it again. So you left click. When you left click, you hold the left click, then use your right hand to drag it. That's how to use it. Do what? To drag it to anywhere you want to use it. So that's that one about the what? About the crosshair tool. The second tool, the third tool is what? Is the vertical line. This vertical line. This vertical line can be used to measure the distance. The distance. You want to see what happened between last week and this week. Want to measure what happened between January 15 and between January 10, between January 10 and January 14. You want to see what happens there. You want to see whether the market has been going on smoothly or not. So let me click it now. When I click it, I'll just drop it. See now, I drop it there. Look at this date now. It's showing us what? 10th of January. So I also want to know what happens between that 10th of January to 12th of January. Okay, let's say 13th of January. Look at it now. Look at it now. It's showing us a lot of information here now. Showing us a lot of information that market is trending. Market is trending between January 10 to what? January 13th. That is, it's moving up. The market is what? Is in an uptrend. The market is in an uptrend. And that's why you can see that what? The market is moving up. So that is the basic use of the vertical line. You can double click it if you want to move it. If you want to move it, you can double click it. Then you left click, you hold it, and use your right hand to drag it. So in that case, you can move it to anywhere. You can change the color. When you want to change the color, you right click it. You see the drop down, you see the vertical line properties, you click it. When you click it, so see the properties. You can change the color, you can change it to red, you can change the thickness, you can change it thickness, more thicker than that. Then you can click OK. That is now I've changed the color and I've changed the thickness. You can do it for other ones. You want to make it thinner, you still go there, vertical line practice, make it thinner, click the other one. You can also change the color from red to aqua or to blue to anything, then click OK. So Katina is becoming thinner, it's thinner already and what? And it's showing us what? Aqua color. So the vertical line can be used to measure the what? To measure the distance between one market and another market. What happened between a particular period and another period? It could be between 5 days interval or 6 day interval. It could be between the opening of a particular week and the closure of another week. So you know how to navigate it. So that's about that one. The third tool is the horizontal line. Let me delete it. If I want to delete it, I'll double click it. I can also double click this one too. When I will double click it, I'll right click on the line. So you see the drop down, you see delete all selected. Delete all selected. Then you click it and everything what will be deleted. Then the fourth tool is horizontal line. When you click horizontal line, you place it on the chart. This horizontal line can be used to measure the support and resistance zones. To measure the what? The support and resistance zone. You can use to measure the support and resistance zones. Depends on what you are looking for. So if I want to drag this thing now, let's say this is it initially. If I want this line to move, I will double click it. When I double click on the line, I'll left click and hold, then use my right hand to what to drag. I've already left click now, then my right hand will now what will now move it. So you can move it. So anyway, you see that what there is support and resistance. So when we get to support and resistance, you will learn it better. You will learn it better. I'm just showing you how to use some of these tools. Just showing you how to use some of these tools. So that's that about that. So as well, you can also change the color of this horizontal line. Can change the color, just right click on it. You see the horizontal line properties, you click it, then you can change the color to what to gold or orange, you can change the thickness, you want to look thicker, change thickness, and so on and so forth. Then you click OK. So that that's that about what the use of horizontal line. Then the fifth one is what is the trend line. This trend line is used to 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 ascertain if the market is uptrend or downtrend, or if the market will break out or it will bounce back. If market what will bounce back or it will bounce back or push through the line or break the line. You can use any terms depending on how you understand it. Whether it breaks, whether it breaks the trend line or it bounce off. When it breaks the trend line, when it break it, when it break it, the this line, let's say this market is going on. Look at it now. It's coming from the upper part now. Then it break this line down now. So that's what we call breakout. It broke out. It broke out this line. So let me show you the trend line. This is the trend line. This is trend line tools. So this market is going up now. It's trending. So I can use it here now. This is it. How did I maneuver my way? This one now. I click the trend line tools. Then I drop it. I use my left click left click, I hold it and drag it. So that's how to use it. That's how to use it. So looking at this line, I can see that what the breakout, market breakout. Look at this my cursor now. Market breakout at this point. It retested and what and started coming down. That's how to use what the trend line. That is the work. That is the work. Traders that are not newbie, they know what they're supposed to do when seeing something like this happens in the market. When I play something like this in the market, I know that what market is ready to sell. Market is what market is ready to sell. Once it breaks, you see that look at the previous ones now. Previous ones here they are what they are bouncing back. When the price go up, comes to this line again, bounce off again, coming like to the line, like this line again, it bounce off again, to this place again, it bounce off again, then to this place, it bounce off again. Then at a particular point, it now what? It now break out, break out. So there are two ways of trading the trend line, either bounce back or break out. So that's for the stake three. I was explaining it now in stake three. But that's just the trend line. If you want to delete this trend line now, you want to shift it, you want to shift this trend line, what you do is what? What you do is what? You just double click on the line, click on the line, you left click and hold, then use the right hand to do what? To drag it. Use right hand to go to drag it. So you can change the position, you can shrink it, you can see I'm shrinking it, you can shrink it, you can shrink it, you shrink it, and so on and so forth. If you want to delete it, just right click, see the drop down and what, and delete. So it's no more there. So that's that about the trend line. Then another tool is what is the text tools. There are two text tools in this chart. So you see this capital A and this capital T. You want to measure, let's say you want to label this particular line as your support line. So just click this capital A, drop it on your chart. Then you see the dialog box. Then dialog box, you remove this text and you type what you want to put there. What you want to put there. Support. And change the style, and change the font size, and change the color. Depends on what you want. So I will not click what, click OK. So I click OK now. How will I shift this thing now? I will double click it. When I double click it, then I will left click and hold. When I hold, I will now use my right hand to do what, to drag it. So look at it now. So I can move it from one place to another. I can drop it there to show that what, that's my support. That's my support. So I can double click again so that the dot will leave there. So if you want to remove it, you double click again, then you see that what, you see a dot there, then you right click on it, then you see all other dialogue, all other drop down there, so you can delete it. That is work of what, of the uh, draw text tools. Then you also have text tools T. Another one, that's the second one. You can same function, just drop it here. Let's say measuring measuring resistance. So let me type it resistance, and you can change the style. If you are used to Microsoft Word, you understand all these styles. Then change the font size, and you can also change the color. Let me change it to red. Change to red. Change to red. So then I click OK. So if I want to shift this thing around, if I want to shift around, I have to double click on it. Then I'll put my cursor on these dots. These dots, put my cursor there. Then I left click and hold. Then I'll use my right hand to do what, to drag it to anywhere I want to do it. Look at the way I'm doing it now. I long press my left click, left click, left click it. I hold it and I use my right hand to do what, drag it. So that's how to use it. That's how to use these tools. That's how to use what, these tools. So that's that about that one. So if I want to delete it, I'll just right click on it. You see the drop down and I'll delete it. So another thing I want to quickly mention that is very, very good, that's going to profit you. It's going to profit you is the time frame. You see all these M1, M5, M15, M30, they are known as what, they are known as time frames. All of them, they are measuring the same thing in the market. They're measuring what, the same thing in the market. Now depends on what, how you know how to analyze it, how you know how to analyze it. So this is M1, which is 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame is more stretched. It contains a lot of values, so it look more scattered. So look at the M5, you can see that it's now coming together now. Look at M15, M15, can you see now? What is long the other time? This line is very, very long that time. Let me show you the 1 minute again to see how long it is. To show you how long it is, this line. Let me use trend line to measure it so that when I show you, you now see that what, look at it. So let me come to it. Let me use the ellipse. I will still show you some of these things. When we get there. So just want to measure to let you know that where it started from, where this thing started from, the lower time frame. So let's look at the 1 minute. Look at the 1 minute. Look at it now. Can you see? Can you see that 1 minute is what? Price are always scattered. Always scattered. Let me put it in 5 minutes now. You know how it looks like. Look at how it looks like here now. That's the beginning of that particular trend. Hmm? Then look at 15 minutes. Look at where it is. Then let's check 30 minutes. Can you see? Look at it, 30 minutes. Look at this dot line. Is what? That's 30 minutes. Let me increase it to that. You can see it. can see it. So that's it for what? For 30 minutes. Let's check for 1 hour. Look at how small it is. Look at how small it is. How small it is. So look at 4 hours time frame. Look at it. It's not even obvious here. Let me increase it. Let me adjust it. So that's that. Likewise, daily, likewise, weekly. This is weekly chart, this is monthly chart. So what I'm showing you now is that what each of these candles that you are seeing, they are 1 minute candle. They are what? They are 1 minute candle. They are what? They are 1 minute candle. 1 minute candle. Let's say, let me use my vertical lines now. I want to know what has happened in the last 15 minutes in the market. So I'll now count 15 candles. 15 candles times 1 minute time frame. That's what that means you have 15, you'll be having 15 candles. What That's what happened in the last 15 minutes. So let me count it. Let me put another one here. Let me count the candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 15th. This pin bar, we are seeing bullish pin bar. That's what. So this is 15 candle. Look at it now. So this is what happened in the market in the last what? The last 15 minutes. Let me show you. Let me mark it out. Let me mark it out. So this is what happened in the last what? In the last 15 minutes in the what? In the market. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? So that's that about that. So each of these candles represent what? 1 minute because one what? 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame. If you count the total number of candles from this place to this place now, maybe it's not up to 60. And if it is up to 60, that's what? That's 60 minutes make 1 hour. So that's what happens, what has happened in the last 1 hour. That's meaning of that M1. Likewise, M5. Let me delete this thing. So let me delete this other tools. So also M5. Each of these can represent what? 5 minutes. It opens and closes under what? Under 5 minutes. Then 15-minute time frame. Each of these can represent what? 15 minutes. They are formed, they open and close under what? Under 15 minutes. Likewise, 30, H1, 4 hours, daily. Look at this H4 now. This one single candle like this represents what? 4 hours. It represents what? 4 hours. That is, the market opens and closes under 4 hours. So after the next 4 hours, another candle will be formed. That's mean about this H4. Look at H1. Each of these candle means what? 1 hour candle. They are formed under 1 hour and close under what? Under 1 hour. So if you see another candle here now, it's under what? It's under time. Let's say this candle open by 9 a.m. and close by 10 a.m. That's what? That's 1 hour. If between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m., another candle that formed is what? Is under 1 hour candle. This candle will stop its own work, has finished its own work. Then the other one will take over because they are what? They are 1 hour candle. So if it is daily candle, each of these candle that you are seeing here now, they are what? They are daily candle. Daily candle. That is one day. Each of these candle you are seeing now, they are what? One day. What happens between a day and between one day? You understand that now? So everything that happens in the market in a day is this single candle. Likewise for weekly, likewise for what? For monthly. Each of these candles represents what? 1 month candle. What happens in the month, beginning of the month is what to the end of the month. So those are the basic things under this particular interface. So I'll show you others. I'll show you others in the previous videos. I really